with the cameras and everything won't look any different to you, but looks different to me. And yeah, I can't really look at the right spot on the screen, to make it look like I'm looking at you. But doesn't seem like anybody's looking at me yet. So hey, no big deal. Although I guess you could be out there, I suppose. But I just wanted to do something that I have not done in a long time. Is just kind of freestyle it. no, no specific, no specific agenda. No, no specific subject matter. Likely that this, and I don't think there'll be a particularly egregious reason to do so, but probably not a video that will last beyond the length of this little bit of liveness. But yeah, I have wow. I have just not sat up here and just talked in a long time. Just, without regard, I suppose, would be the way to say it. Just talk without regard. Just be loose. Well, I mean, look at the title of this program. Looseness is clearly not going to be a problem here this evening. Not at all. If you don't know what Gorilla Glue is, yeah. Well, I mean, no, I guess actual Gorilla Glue. I suppose if you sniffed it or something. Don't do that, kids at home. But yeah, the kind of Gorilla Glue we're talking about here tonight is just that wonderful kind, you know, that comes that brings a good buzz with it. Let's say so. Yes, we have a little secret in Chicago. Now, this is probably a reason that I'll have to delete this. We have a little secret in Chicago. We've got a little company out there. And I mean, they're legit. They're running a medical dispensary or whatever. And they've got all the I's dotted and the T's crossed and everything. But what they are doing, well, that's a little bit, maybe the area is a bit gray ish because they're bringing these fine products. Can we do this? Can we show this stuff? Reason number two. Anyway, the delivery part is what's may or may not be kosher. And I have been in dire need of weed. You're like, wait, hey, dude, wow, you better stop smoking that shit if you're ever become in dire need of it. I mean, I've said that to myself many times. No, I need it for medicinal purposes. It is one of the most effective pain. It's not really a pain reliever, it's a pain distractor, but it works really well for some very bad chronic pain that I've had for a long time. But it's been a busy summer, lots going on. I have not been really, I have a regular, well, okay, let's put it this way. My weed already does not have to be picked up by me. That is all I'll say. It's all legal, all on the up and up, but it's not, this is an actual weed delivery service. And you place an order and they drop it off. Like, yeah. And we got people that don't want to be vaccinated. I mean, I live in a world where weed is delivered to my house. Don't fuck that up. Let alone the fucking billions of people that need the vaccine that, stand very little chance of getting it, and the millions that need it in this country that would want it, would take it if they understood the necessity, and if we, haven't been oppressing them for a really long time, maybe then some folks who don't trust the federal government might, go ahead and do it. So this is not just a simple cut and dry problem that we have right now with people not getting vaccinated. Um, I would like to think that, and I think it's probably true, the majority of the people that aren't getting vaccinated are doing it because of, I mean, stupidity would be, I mean, that'd be something, I mean, but it's not stupidity. They know what they're doing. They consciously know what they're doing. And they're starting to die. And they're like, "Hey, whoa, wait, can I still get the vaccine?" No, 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 no. No, you needed to do that earlier, son. Um, we have a real problem in this country. Those of us that are privileged and are able to live in like part of Chicago that I live in, who should be doing everything they can to, make it so other people can live like this. Um, oh yeah, I don't own my apartment or anything, by the way. Like I can't afford to live in this neighborhood. But I mean, they'll let me in. The the up here, and I know up here is maybe, I don't know. Maybe they were probably seeing it on the north side of Chicago. They were probably seeing it in certain parts of LA or in Malibu or, in Napa or whatever. In Manhattan and in um, Westchester, some of the Tony places, right? But I mean, there were a few million of us that were actually living in a world that didn't have masks anymore. You were at the grocery store and you didn't have to wear a mask. You just walk in the grocery store and know that all your neighbors are vaccinated. And they all are still in my neighborhood. This is a very liberal, wealthy, well educated community. I would imagine almost all of them did their research before they got the vaccine and determined, yeah, it's safe enough, better than dying of COVID. So let's roll the dice. Whatever. They get the vaccine. And everybody's supposed to get the vaccine. Do you know why everybody's supposed to get the vaccine? It's called herd immunity. So what happens is there are a lot of people that can't get vaccinated. They're too young, too old, infirm, have some kind of medical problem, though there aren't many that would prohibit getting a vaccination. So everybody gets vaccinated that possibly can. And at a certain point, so many people are vaccinated that if the vaccine jumps from me, one of the very few unvaccinated people, it might not have anywhere to go. You know, like that's an extreme, but that's what we're talking about. You get everybody vaccinated, and the virus is like, fuck, I'm done. It's a kind of a joint effort, like collaborative thing, like cooperative. The whole of The community needs to get involved and get vaccinated. I can give you 1,000 reasons why people might not do that. Some of them might sound extreme to you. Some of them might be, yeah, fucking A right, man. That's right. That's why I'm not getting the vaccine. So we have a lot of issues. Don't, think that I'm trying to play the victim here because I well know that the billions of people that are fucked by this are, pretty much fucked because of people like me, white men, and have been for 400 years. So that little corner, though, I could see it. Like we might be able to turn it at some point. Whew, but that's over. That's over. No matter what you think, no matter whether you thought I was playing the victim there or advocating for shit, that needs to be done regardless of COVID around racism and white supremacy and all of these things that, again, people like me have been, we are the problem. And, but fuck, man. Billionaires in their rocket ships. I don't believe in that bullshit at all. But, there'll be some shit that trickles down. Well, but for God's sakes, look what we did in 6 months. But you know what they didn't do? They didn't try. They didn't try. Nobody tried. Nobody put together a plan. Nobody's stupid here. We know who was not going to get vaccinated. This is not a surprise. And we probably, they probably predicted the percentage, down to a pretty tight um, little percentage. 30%, pretty much I think is what the number is, pretty much what everybody expected. So that don't get you to herd immunity. With this virus, it could with some, but not with this virus. Got to be maybe 86, 80, I don't know. Um, so the epsilon or the gamma, you know, what is the Greek letter for F? What is the thing? Is there an F? Maybe there's not. I don't know. But whatever variant that comes next, and there will be a next variant. Oh, there have been many. It's constantly mutating. But the next one that takes hold enough that we notice it, that's not going to be a good thing. It might not be as bad as the first COVID. It might not be as bad as the Delta. It could be 1,000 times worse. That's why you get vaccinated. That's why you want herd immunity so you can stop the mutations. Because we don't win against the mutations. No, there's no, you don't want that to get loose and wild. And the vaccine for now is, doing its thing, but all you need is a variant in South America and a variant in East Asia that are both devastating to sweep the planet. Yeah. Don't think that this shit ain't real because it's been real. And it just got more real again. So people need to get their ass vaccinated. There's no there's no no excuse. None. None. If you choose not to get vaccinated, if you could, if there was no reason why you can't get vaccinated and you don't, you refuse to, I mean, that's manslaughter. Or we need to come up with a new um, something slightly less than manslaughter, but still killing some people. Because that's what you're doing. Because herd immunity, the way that it works is the elderly that, yeah, I mean, vaccine is still putting something invasive in your body. You don't want to put something invasive in their body for whatever circumstances. Little babies, they're change, it's different the way that they're growing and, genes and genetics and everything. I mean, if you don't have to throw a shot into a baby, I mean, they're not throwing shots into these babies for fun. Um, and that should tell you something right there that they're not offering the shot to babies because they really are, trying to make sure. Look, the goal, look, I'm again, I mean, I'm a freaking communist. I hate capitalism, but big pharma, I hate big pharma, but I don't believe in the conspiracy bullshit. They have no reason to kill us all. Give them all of our money. They don't want to kill us off. They want to hook us maybe, but they don't want to kill us. Um, so yeah, people just need to get vaccinated. Just get vaccinated. That's what you need to do. Just get vaccinated. And we'll have a chance. We'll all have a chance, a fighting chance. But if you don't get vaccinated, it's going to really come down to how many of you there are versus how fast the virus can continue to replicate. That's it. That's what the race is. That's what it's come down to. How many of you that don't get vaccinated versus how rapidly the virus can take you down. That's it. That's where you're at. It's just reality. So there you go. I myself would recommend that you get a vaccine. Probably be a good thing. I would think it'd be a really good thing. And so tell your friends, your family, all those people that don't want to get the vaccine, put it in that perspective for them. It is very simple. The disease will eventually find you. And maybe it already has, probably has. You were fine, didn't even notice you were sick. Hey, no big deal. But guess what? The Delta variant, yeah, does it? Probably blocked. Oh, you're safe. Ooh, I had COVID. Whew, I'm safe. Delta variant can't get me. I don't need the vaccine. Whatever. And I don't want my neighbors to see me get a vaccine, for God's sakes. They'll think, I'm a Democrat now. So, the next variant, though, Epsilon, if you're playing at home with the Greek letters, the Greek alphabet there, Epsilon, it does a curious thing. It don't give a fuck about the vaccine. It don't care. It just walks right past it. Hello, what are you doing here? Excuse me? I got to go kill somebody over here. You know? Yeah, the Epsilon variant. That could come tomorrow. Might already be cooking somewhere. Or the next variant, like I said, could be very benign. But you won't even know that there was a variant. Why? Because it was benign. Oh, it is a good thing. Gorilla Glue exists because I'm not a happy camper right now, but I feel like I'm keeping it kind of light. I'm a little upset about this not vaccinated crap. You might be able to tell. Check my Instagram feed. Is that reason number 3 or reason number 4 that we're going to probably delete this? But I know it's on Facebook right now and it's on something else. I mean, it's out there. Um, We need um, to put our heads together is ultimately what we need to do. I mean, look, believe me or not, I'm like the least pro capitalist human being you'll ever meet. But I have to stay alive, and this is the society I live in. It's crap, but I mean, hey, some people make it, right? Um, but damn, this is a nice battery these guys gave me. So anyway, the weed thing, um, I honestly don't know how they did it, but I am on a very, very, very strict budget, mind you. So I was only calling to put in an order for the exactly least amount I possibly could spend and get what I need for my pain. And I'll get some more in a couple of weeks or whatever when we get paid. So apparently, for the amount of money I paid, let's say I paid $10. Somehow I ended up with like $400 worth of weed. Now, not 440. I'm sorry, 40, no 400. Whew, I'd be running. That was a mistake. But anyway, I mean, it wasn't a mistake. I just got more than I thought because they threw in some gifts. They threw in some gifts. This is how competitive the weed market is getting to be in Chicago. Apparently now they're throwing, $40 worth of that to you for free, $25 worth of that to you for free. And again, like I said at the beginning of the program, the world is fucked up. And I am, well aware. Um, but shit, fucking delivering weed. There are people in jail for weed, and I'm getting it delivered to me. So, don't get me wrong. This shit needs to be straightened up and fixed. But no, I mean, there's no but. But yeah, um, I'm not a happy camper about the vaccine. No, no, people. You need to do better, be best. Um, you know, maybe be human, have a sense of humanity of your fellow humans, maybe, you know, like instead of your instead of your personal beliefs, um, could be a good thing.